Hi, everyone. I'm Angela. This is my husband who's joining me tonight. So I feel like my job as a women empowerment coach is to bring awareness and to awaken in women the hidden and limiting thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that are holding us back from being fully woman and who we really are designed to be. So I'm really excited to talk tonight about a couple of different things because a lot of times when people that are born into religious oppression or cults, we don't really realize sometimes that the thoughts that are going on inside of us and how exactly they are limiting us. As I said, that to me is what my job as a woman empowerment coach is to bring awareness. And Dan also grew up in a cult. I did as well. And but even if you haven't been, if you've been in oppressed religion, this is going to be something to consider because I feel like a lot of people think some of these things. So just hear me out on it. So one of them is that what is really scary, and now I guess I'm gonna need my glasses. What's really scary and bad is this world. So my question is this world really scary and bad? So many religions have made us feel like that we need to be scared of this world. But I guess my question would be, what is the world exactly? And to me, like we're to be in the world, but not of the world. So exactly what does that mean? So to me, what it means is that when we're acting in a way that we know is not in tune with God, so we're fearful, we're angry, we're bitter, we're resentful, we lash out at people. We're not in peace, really. We're doing anything other than peace. To me, that's we're acting and being a part of the world. We're getting sucked in. We're not detached because at one of the Buddhist teachings, anyway, is that we want to be detached. I kind of that's one thing about the Buddhists that I really, really, really do like. That they believe that we want to be detached from the world. So we're in it and serving in it, and really, in that way, a part of it, but we're detached in a certain form where we don't get all sucked in. This is the goal anyway, to get all sucked into the emotional crap all that's going on and then have reactions that come out. So that's the idea of not being of the world. But unfortunately, a lot of our religions will make us afraid of the world, like especially in Jehovah's Witness and the Worldwide Church of God, which is what I grew up in. They certainly did make us feel like that the world is a very scary place and a place that you should not trust, and that when you're out in it, instead of just in your church fold of group of people, that out there is a scary, mean, mad, demonic place, and that you're afraid to even associate with the people. Really makes us dysfunctional because we end up being afraid of everyone, and we don't want to be afraid of each other. That doesn't make us function in the world right. We don't feel safe around these people when we feel like this, and that's not functional. It's dysfunctional. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah,
Anything,
well, we
Dan?
were told everybody was evil and the whole world was evil.
Hmm.
So once we veered out beyond our family, once
Yeah,
we veered out of our congregations, out of our kingdom halls, out of our churches, we were in that demonic place. And
right.
so we have to overcome that fear of the world and fear of people. Everybody's lying in the power of the wicked one, so it's a lot
Exactly.
to overcome.
It is a lot to overcome. And then the other one is that the universe is the same as the world and is also bad. Not that we heard those words, okay, but your sense is that nothing is safe. And so, in a weird kind of way, that would kind of mean, because to me now, what I see the universe as being is it includes God, it includes the nature that God has made, and it includes the angels that are there to help us and to assist us. In my religion, we believed in angels. Did yours believe in angels?
Um,
Kind of, sort of, but
yeah,
not
not
really.
really, not really. I mean, they believed in angels, but we didn't talk
Right,
about it.
exactly. We didn't really think that they were, even though we believed in even Jesus in my religion and Dan's too, he was really nothing to us. He died for us. That was really about it, right, Dan?
Yep, yep.
And so we didn't feel that sense that the universe is for us. So I think of it as, again, as God. It's not the icky world that, like what we were talking about, but it's God, the angels, and God's creation, really. Let's put it that way. So let me explain that when I say that. I didn't used to feel this way. I used to feel like that I needed to be afraid of everything. But when I realized that I needed to have an opinion that the world is for me, which is the universe, though, for me, the universe is for me and not against me. And Was it Einstein that said that, that's the most important decision that you could ever make? I believe that it was Einstein.
Somebody,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Einstein that said that. And that the most important decision you must decide is that, is it for me or against me? When we're going around feeling that it's afraid of us, we can't be creative, we can't function, we close down in so many ways. We become extremely dysfunctional when we do have to go out into the world because everything about it is not to be trusted.
Well, it's gonna be destroyed.
Right.
In our religion, it was, only those who hoped in Jehovah would be saved. So everyone else was going to be destroyed. Everything was going to be like burned to the ground, genocide. Yeah, so it was all bad, like Angela said. Everything, the whole world is lying in the power of wicked ones. So don't look out. Anything you see is bad. Don't be longing for anything. Don't want anything. Don't want for anything. Just be content in your congregation and wait.
And don't become anything, and don't become involved to contribute to this world because it's evil
You're going
anyway.
to die with Satan.
So guys, now remember, I speak to women mostly, not just women, but mainly that's my focus. So that makes us, you guys, shut down on our own selves. We don't trust our own selves. We don't trust God, the universe. We really don't. Because any minute we don't know what's going to happen. Any minute the world's going to be destroyed. Any minute God's going to step in, this mean, mad God, and he's going to destroy everything. So why be involved? Why become successful? Why try to engage the world in any way and try to help in any way? Why do good? Why go to school or get a good job or try really hard to get a really good job and work on up the ladder to become really great at something? No, none of that's going to be going on. Do you see how dysfunctional that really is? You guys, that's no way that a God who made us would want his creation to function in a waiting status, a sedentary, fearful, trembling, waiting for it all to be, the rug to be pulled out from under you. No one can live in that kind of condition, always feeling like the rug's going to be pulled out from under you. And you know as much as I do that when you think that, you also kind of know that you're also not measuring up. Who doesn't feel that way? I mean, in the Jehovah's Witnesses, they feel that that seek righteousness, seek meekness, and you might be concealed in the day of Jehovah's anger. In my church, it was you better be keeping the holy days and the Sabbath day exactly, perfectly, correctly, or you can't count on it that when Jesus comes back, that you're not going to be, saved. That you're going to be in the lake of fire, even because you did not obey God. And what kind of world is that to live in? So I want to talk to you about some things that will prove to you how come I want to include nature, God's creation, as being a part of this universe, okay? Because that when I realized that, oh my gosh, there really are angels here to help me and assist me. And that also too, there are other things in nature that are helping us. It's truly amazing. And I'll give you an example just to let you know a little bit anyway of how real it's become for me. Okay, so one of the first things that happened was I realized that, oh my gosh, water, that there's properties that can be put into water, and that water actually, I'm just gonna put it this way. It was a guy, Isaru Emoto, proved that water is alive. It's very much intelligent. Beyond that, something was discovered in volcanoes that they could take out the ash from it and they put it into a liquid form, add it into water, and that they spoke to each other in intelligence, and the water would begin, this horrible, filthy, poisonous water would be recreated, cleansed, purified, and put back into our normal place to the point where it was better water than anyone could ever have. And I literally have some of that stuff. And what happens is after the night goes by, in the morning you look, and all the sediment is on the bottom of this dirty water. And it's purified. And they've proven it. Isaru Emoto proved it simply by another way of being communicating with God's creation, which is the water, is to put words on these jars of water. You put words of hate. I hate you, and you say I hate you to it. And then this other one, you put love. Just the word love and hate on it alone would make the water, the crystals in the water when they tested it, be horrible looking, demonic looking, disorganized, confused, literally creations that look like demonic. And then the other water, when you took it out with the word love on it or something, love, beautiful, joy, or anything like that, it came out with other beautiful formations. The word love would create a certain formation, the word peace. It was most beautiful and amazing thing of creation. So, we're affecting that water, but it's very much real. By us speaking to somebody who's full of water, we are affecting that person by those words that we're speaking to them. So if you're in abuse all day long, women, then your water is being damaged, and you better look out. You better take responsibility for that. And that's why I don't allow abuse in my life, not by anyone, matter of fact. And so it's really important. So then another one, besides the water, was the volcano, the water, the rice. Yes. So the other day, Dan and I saw this guy Trey Smith, who was with another guy. They showed these experiments with the same thing, where they put the words on the rice, and then two jars of different rice, one with the word hate, the other word love, I guess it was, right? And they spoke to each of the jars that had the rice in it, was sealed up. And within just a matter of a few days, the jar of rice that was had the word hate on it, that you spoke to it also and said hateful things, I hate you, and all this, it started turning black. And within 10 days, it was blackened. Whereas the other rice, it has a different word on the jar is all, and you spoke to it and you said, I love you, rice. And it stayed perfectly in mint condition, like nothing ever happened to it. Now, what do you think about that? Is that intelligence or what? Okay, I'm going to give you one more. We know that everybody knows this is science, that you go up to a tree when you're exhausted or fried, or you just feel exasperated. You know that you can go up and just lean up against a tree and just eat your lunch, relax against that tree. And when you get up, you're completely energized. It just sucks that negativity right out of your body, the sadness, the stress, it just sucks it right out. And it's intelligent. It knows us. They know that. They even know plants. So you can go to China from the US and you think about your plant at a given moment, and they can prove that it knows at that moment, that very second, actually, that you're thinking of it. It's truly amazing. And again, we've shared before, Dan and I anyway, that they've taken cells and divided them and put one on a different planet and one on the Earth. And then they took the cell and cut it in half, I should say. Took one to this other planet and one kept here. And they touched it to see if it could communicate. And at the exact same second that you touched that little half of the other half of that cell, the other half moved exactly instantaneously with the other one. So we have intelligence here, and it's a language of love. It can be a language of hate, but we have intelligence, and we have a universe that reacts and responds to us as we respond to it. And we're actually creating. I mean, look at, they created that black rice.
Yeah.
They created the clean and staying healthy rice by words, by thinking, by speaking. So this is pretty powerful. So that's why I say the universe is not against us if we don't want it to be. It's for us. And that creation is communicating with us. And I feel like that creation is part of God. It's a part of God. Everything is a part of God. And we're a part of God. We're the light coming from God. So we're very much of God and coming from God. So that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
So I feel like so we need to realize that. I think it's really important for us to not have this fear, having been in these cults, to feel like everything on the outside, there's no support for me. I'm absolutely alone. I'm in fact, I feel scared. I feel like any moment now, again, the rug's going to pull out from under me and something bad's going to happen. We can't be thinking that. We got to refuse that kind of thinking. We got to choose to believe that if I say good words, good things are going to happen in front of me, which is what happened to those jars, right? Of rice, right? And the water. And so we want to speak good into our lives, over ourselves, over our loved ones, out into the universe, and it responds in kind. It's an intelligent universe. We are intelligent, and we are actually communicating with this universe, whether we realize it or not. So, anything more to say on that, Dan? Or are you good for the next
Oh, that's
question?
good.
Okay, so God coming down any moment, God coming down any moment, and He's going to put the hammer down on us. I refuse to think that way anymore. That's another thing that cults really make you feel like, that you better obey them and you better be in their good graces. You better do exactly as you're told, or God is going to come down and you are going to be punished, as I just shared a minute ago. You're afraid to do anything wrong. For Dan, it was the governing body disobeying the men's rules and the things that they came up with for us to believe. Same with the church I grew up in. You better obey the things that we have told you to believe in. And you don't have the Holy Spirit strong enough to know what's good for you. So you need to follow our Plain Truth magazine and read it with your Bible to understand it, because it's just so deep. But we have the Holy Spirit more than you. And so we are the ones who are there to help you and to discern for you. No, 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 no. We're all the same. We're all equal. We don't need to be afraid of the scary God who's going to come down and put the hammer down on us any minute, and who's mad at this world. Now, here's one just to say this. If you as a parent, if you are any kind of a normal parent, and some of you have not been raised by normal parents, I don't know, but some of you haven't, but they love their children. They want the very best for their children. When their children make mistakes, they're not ready to go kill them and shoot them and destroy them. A husband, if he's any kind of a husband at all, the Bible says it, that he's going to love his wife and that he's going to love her as his own body. And because God also loves us as his own body, we're from him, of him. God, if he hates himself, I guess maybe that's what he would be doing. He would be destroying us because he hates himself so much. So that just tells you something. Who is the God of this world? It's not, to me, I kind of distinguish the God of this world. To me is Satan, just to me. And it's a force that doesn't really necessarily have our best interest at heart. However, I'm still asked to be in it, but not of it. But the universe, it's all around me, and the creation, and God and the angels are here for me. So see, we're not alone in this world, very much not so. And I do not believe for a minute that a God would be so stupid as to want to destroy his own creation. So who is trying to destroy his own creation? Hello? It's not God. So think about that one. So that's an interesting. So anyway, I wanted to break that one apart. And then this world is not worth engaging in and contributing to, which we all already discussed. So the most important thing to realize after coming out of a cult is that, yes, we're in the world, but not of it. That God and the angels and creation, the universe are for us and not against us. That we have the creation to support us. So I think I've said everything I want to say in this video. I think we covered it all. Is there anything more you'd like to
No,
add?
I think you covered everything really well.
All right. Well, you guys, thanks
Gotta
for
take
listening.
control of our mind and start thinking positive and
Yeah.
think that God is for us and the angels are for us and pretty much everything here is for us. We're children of God.
That's right.
So, God, like Angela said, God doesn't want to kill his own children.
No, not at all. I don't believe that. So, all right, you guys. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you next time around. And don't forget, I'm the Empower Her Woman. I'm sorry, Empower Her Life Coach. Empower Her Life Coach. And if you would like to get some schedule an appointment with me, just go to Angela's Inspirations at gmail.com. Just email me, and I'll give you a jingle back. Give me your phone number, and we'll get you an appointment. I do have a website that's being developed in angelasinspirations.com, that an S at the end of both of those words. And it does have a little bit about this coaching, but I don't think that it's set up to schedule appointments yet at this time, but it will be soon. And also, Dan and I are going to begin podcasts on Sundays at 10 o'clock, where we're just going to do whatever kind of in spiritual discussion that we would like to bring up and let people contribute and say what they want to say, and just kind of mull things over together for any of us who have been religiously oppressed and have questions and want to mull things over, want to talk about them. So we're going to have some fun doing that together. We love doing that, actually. So I hope you'll join us 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. And we'll be doing a Zoom meeting, which I will put out in the Angela's Facebook page, Angela Clark Facebook page. I pretty much look like I do now. Hopefully you can find it. And maybe I guess that's about it, right?
Yep.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Have a great rest of the day or night, whatever the time it is you're listening. And over and out. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.